Greetings everyone, and welcome to another premiere draft of Midnight Hunt. So the rare here is a Slaughter Specialist. 2 mana 3/3 can grow and of course gives the token to opponent, but I don't think the 1/1 is usually that big of a deal. This could be my pick here. Out of the uncommons, Rite of Oblivion is probably the one I care about the most. The Mentor is interesting at least. This 3 toughness, 5 mana creature, even though it has haste and has the option to be a 5/4. I don't think it's really that great of a card. I like the 2-drops here. A lot of 2-drops here, by the way. Evolving Wilds. So yeah, let's take the single color card here. Slaughter Specialist. Opponent gets a free token, but even if they can kill this right away, that's just 1/1. I think I can live with that. But when this thing gets to grow a lot, it's of course going to impact the board state quite a bit. Alright, so can I continue with black cards? Well, the only black card here is Duress, so no. Of course, Silverbolt could be also picked because it would not introduce any additional colors to the deck, but of course it's not the pick here. I think the Flame Channeler might be what I pick here. There's a bunch of blue here, and of course blue and black is fantastic color combination in this set. I do like the Shadow Beast sighting, but it's not really a pick I'm making over the blue or blue cards or the Flame Channeler here. I think I'll just take the high quality 2-drop. Let's see if red could be open. There are some black cards. Some red cards and only one black card, and it's really decent. But it kind of feels black might be a bit cut here from my direction to my direction. So I might actually change away from black. Now there's a Root Coil Creeper, which I think is the best card in the pack. But since I now have the Flame Channeler, I think I can take the 5 mana removal spell. I could maybe take the Seize the Storm, but I'd rather, if this archetype would be open, I'd rather take it at pick number 11 if it's still there. I'll take the Burn the Accursed, it's a safer pick here. The white cards, not really worth picking. And out of the red options, I do like the 5 mana removal the best. Sunrise Cavalier. Okay, well there's no black card in this pack, so I think I'm gonna abandon black here. Red and green unsurprisingly are open here. Well, I guess there's still a couple of monocolored red cards. There's also the Dawnheart Wardens, which is great. There's also Evolving Wilds, which is always a nice pick to have, but I'm taking the Cavalier here for sure. It is such a good card. Yep, I mean, green is open. I could be red-green, and yeah, it's maybe the weakest archetype, but I'm still willing to draft that. But this uncommon is just much better than the green cards in here, so I'll take the Sunrise Cavalier and hope that the white will be open too. There's some white cards being passed to my direction, so maybe it is. Should I take Clarion Cathar's Unruly Mob? I don't like the Unruly Mob that much in decks that are not white and black. With black you can have ways to sacrifice stuff and you can have decayed zombies. I guess with white and blue, if you have some decayed zombies, this will always also become better in that case. I like the Cathars more than the Ruffian. 2/5 is pretty uninteresting, and these are easy to get late. I would still play like one of these easily in the deck, but I think at this point I'll just take the white card here. And I should get rid of the Specialist now because black wasn't going to be the color to be in. Okay, couple of decent 4-drops here for white. I think the Adric's Outrider is slightly better. It doesn't have an immediate impact, but it is, a better long-term impact. Immolation is also an okay card here, but I think I'll take the 4-drop now. I do have a couple of 4-drops now already. That's slightly bad maybe, but I still like this quite a bit. And Celestus Sanctifier. Raise the effigy. This is a best of 1 draft, so if I want to have some kind of an artifact removal in the deck. This could be one of them. It still has utility beyond that, but I'm currently not that aggressive, and I'd rather have my non-creatures be damage dealing spells to, combine with the flame channeler. So I'll just take the random 3-drop. I still need, have good curve out capability here. So a 3 mana 3/2 with a slight upside is not really that bad, but it's not a great card either, of course. Alright, so there's an elementalist that currently has only one thing it can pick up, but I'm not taking the electric revelation either here. I don't think I'm taking another Clarion Cathars. This is a fairly weak pack. I'll take these, which it will be good if I find some red burn spells. Okay, so now I could take the Voldaren Stinger here. Talk about red and green being open. I'm not taking the Ruffian. I would take the Village Watch over the Ruffian. But do I want to have the Stinger instead? I'm not currently that aggressive. Okay, let's try the uncommon. I'm not sure if that's... I want to at least see how it works in practice. Alright, so a bad pack for me, because in best of one I won't really be playing the Exorcism because it can really be a blank. And the Electric Revelation. I don't know about the Crasher either. Maybe I should... Well, okay, let's take the Crasher. Who knows, maybe I can find some number of spells that trigger this. But anyway, sorry, this... What is the pick here? There's the Sister Stone, but yep, it's not. It's mostly a blue-red card. Tavern Ruffian, well, I'm not taking the Creeper. Let's just take another Crasher, and this maybe gives me some way to pick up. Okay, I'll take the Stinger maybe now. I have one 5-drop. I don't need another one. Well, white wasn't that open. Red was super open. Okay. Well, the Abandon the Post isn't that bad with the Festival Chargers. In fact, all flashback spells in general are good with this thing. But yeah, now that I have 2 of these, I can try to maybe somehow, try to pick cards that make these even better. Maybe I can find more of these guys. However, this pack is fairly weak for that. Now there's still the green option here. I think based on pack 1 I should be maybe red-green, but I took the Sunrise Cavalier and then I have the Adrix Outrider. I like those quite a bit. I might just take the Gavony Trapper here, in fact, and that's what I do. I try to stay red and white here now. Okay, something like a Blessed Defiance is now a lot better with the double Festival Crasher. Also, usually unplayable card such as an Homestead Courage could be useful with the Festival Crashers, but it's going to come back to me as pick number 10 most likely. So do I want to take a 2-drop creature? I have 12 creatures and 2 non-creatures, so definitely I don't need to maybe take a random 2-drop creature right now. I think I'll take the Defiance because of the Crashers, and if I find more Crashers, I'm gonna pick them and be happy about it. Right, so here it's fairly easy. Evolving Wilds. There are some playable cards. I would take the Morning Patrol over the Brimstone Vandal, but the Vandal is still not great, but it's still somewhat of an evasive creature. But only 2 power for a 3-drop is not really necessarily what you want to be at. But yes, take the Evolving Wilds. It's very easy to take from that pack because there really wasn't. I didn't lose much. This just improves my mana in the deck. Alright, so the Elementalist is actually something I'm gonna take, and now I hope I will get more Festival Crashers, because this could be a deck for that specific card. Right, I'll take the Silver Bolt. Now, Electric Revelation might not be that bad. It's also an instant. But do I want to have like 1 Silver Bolt? I don't have a lot of removal. Then again, I said I want most of my non-creatures to be instant or sorceries to trigger this thing. Okay, well, let's do this, Let's try to have a Crasher deck. Okay, there's an Angel Fire Ignition. Now, there are a lot of uncolored cards. The Stolen Vitality is also fantastic with the Festival Crasher. And I quite like this because this is a 3-mana 3-power creature. And then it can become a 4-power creature. So this is good when you try to, maybe be a bit aggressive. But I think especially with the Festival Crashers, I'm taking the white-red rare here. Yeah, I'll do it. And now it's a 2-drop versus a 3-drop. I would definitely play the Infiltrator over the Sanctifier. A Perforator, well, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, only 3 2-drops, but this is really not the kind of 2-drop I care about in this deck. I think I'll take the Infiltrator because it's just, in my opinion, the better card easily. Okay, there's the Crasher. I would actually otherwise take the Evolving Wilds, but now this is definitely a Crasher deck, so let's take it. All the Crashers. Alright, another 5 mana card. I'm not splashing anything in here, it's just yeah, not gonna happen. I'll take this just in case I decide to want to play it. And here, with triple Crasher, I'm taking the Courage. Now, I actually do want to have more 2-drops, but that 1 toughness 2-drop here is the least interesting one. It's also nice to play a card I usually won't be playing, but now I have a reason to do so. Alright, not playing this, it's best of 1, so no sideboard use. I'll just take the uncommon out of this pack, and same story in here. And whatever. Well, that's a decent rare, but not for my colors. There's a Sacred Fire, though. Well, it must be the pick, right? Yeah, well, it's easily the pick here. Also, with flashback, it can trigger this thing additional times. And let's see, currently I'm at 23 cards, but how many creatures? That's 16. I mean, I don't necessarily want to play both of the 5-drops. I'm just not sure if is the Mounted Red Knight after all better? This is always a 5/4, it can be a 6/5. And the Haste, don't know how good that is. Okay, well, there's an ambitious farmhand. I would be happy to take the Candle Crow Witch, but this is just, it gets your land, can become a 3/3 lifelinker. It is the better card here, I think, but the Potential Flyer is also very interesting, but I do like the farmhand here more. How easy it's gonna give to get the Coven in this deck? I think it's very easy with the Festival Crashes getting 3 power. This is a 1 power creature. I mean, I would be surprised if I don't have 2 power creatures here somehow. Yep, I think it's fairly easy to get the Coven for this thing. But now I'm gonna start cutting cards. I'm at 24. And non-lands. Neonate's Rush will be good with the Festival Crasher, but this is really decent too. I mean, I kind of want to take the Gavony Dawnguard and hope that the Festival Crasher comes back. But I also might just want to take the Crasher and just go all in for this thing with these guys. And that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm not gonna gamble on it. And I can easily get from this pack either the Flare of Fate or the Neonate's Rush back. And this is usually a miles better card. But now I'm going with this plan and I'm gonna take all the Crashes now. And Spellrune Painter also exactly. Oh man, this pack is so good. I mean, this is really, for this specific deck, it's going to be pretty good. I think I take it, or otherwise I would want to take the Candle Crow Witch or the Loyal Griff. But now that I have the synergy for this stuff going on in Instant and Sorceries, I'm just doing it. I have to start making some cuts, but I don't have to do it right now. Alright, so play with fire, pretty easy. And look at these colors, I'm definitely in the correct colors now based on this pack. Yeah, well, it's easy play with fire. There's some other options, but this is just the best. It also triggers my stuff. How about this thing? This says, oh, there's a Moonrage Slash. I'm taking that. So this was the one that, when it enters, if a opponent lost life, it deals damage based on the number of vampires. Well, that is not going to be a lot in this deck. And of course, no matter what, the Moonrage Slash is here. Fantastic pickup. Pick 6, well, quite late for that. But red has been super open here. Now, the Neonate's Rush, I have to understand I'm already cutting 5 cards in here, so I can't play everything. So I just, I mean, even though the Neonate's Rush will be decent here, I might still get the one back that I saw earlier. But I want to make the mana better now that I have a basically free Evolving Wilds pick here. Let's just take that. Okay, and here, okay, well, you know, Moonrage Slash, pick number 8, I can take it. And now the Elementalists I have here, I like them. I actually wouldn't maybe want to have even more of those. Would want to have even more of those. Alright, so what is the pick here? It's actually tough now because I have so many cuts to make and I'm not sure if any of these is gonna make the deck. I guess a Flare of Fate. Nah, I'm just taking the... I don't think I'm gonna have another Burn the Accursed. Maybe I should. I don't know. Whatever, it is done now. So let's see if I get to, oh yeah, I had the option for both of these. Well, let's take one Neonate Rush, perhaps. And there's still this stuff, but I'm not playing two of these. I don't know even if I can play one. I guess I can play one because it has flashback and I have 4 crashes here, but I'm not playing two. Let's take the, well, I'm not playing either of those. Anyway, I got another Elementalist, which I might just play here. Let's see. A lot of cuts have to be made, but and yeah, I could have the Unruly Mob in the deck, but I'm sure I'm gonna cut it, so not gonna do that. Oh, I should move the camera. Okay. So let's cut the land for now, and then 23 card. I'm gonna play 23 for sure. Non-lands, I mean. I think both of the 5-drops go away. The plan is different for this deck. So I will play, I mean the 5-drop creatures. I will play one Burn the Accursed here, and the Clarion Cathars and the Tavern Ruffian, they go away too. These are my 4-drops for sure. And then currently number of instants and sorceries is 12. Well, I have to cut a bunch of cards, so also, well, I still have 16 creatures, so I can and will cut some of them. Wildering Stinger goes easily. I think I like the Trapper. It also helps me maybe get the Coven for this farmhand. Abandon the Past. This is really decent with the Crashers, I think. It's funny because this and the Homestead Courage usually aren't that great of cards, but in this deck, I think they are, and I will play them. The Pump spell maybe is the least interesting one. I have enough. Yeah, I do like the flashback stuff more than the random pump spell, so I'm gonna cut that, and then the Celestus Sanctifier will be cut. And what is there an easy cut in here? 14 creatures, I think, because 2 cuts are still required in here. The Homestead, or is it Homestead? Well, anyway, this thing is the weakest spell so far, and I have to cut 2 cards, so maybe I have to cut that. It is a nice flashback spell, but +1/+1 counter and vigilance. I do like the Blessed Defiance, although this thing doesn't have flashback, but it is a nice instant speed trick with the Festival Crashes. Basically what it does, it makes them into 5? No, 4 3s. Gain lifelink, get a token when it dies. But then you only get the token if it dies, so I'm not sure if I want these things to die. So I guess I can cut the Blessed Defiance here. And now one more. Do I want to play 13 creatures? I think 14 might be where that's where I want to be, because these cards I have here do require creatures to be around. The Neonate Rush. So let's see, 7 instant, 10 sorceries. Now, is there a reason to play 16 lands? I do have 4 4-mana cards, 1 5-mana cards. All the rest cost less. But I have 2 Evolving Wilds, so playing 16 would still allow me to play 7 + 7 basic lands and 2 Evolving Wilds. That's basically 9 sources for both colors. And I have a cantrip in here. Do I have other cantrips here? Oh, but I have the Ambitious Farmhand. It is gonna get me a Plains. I can count this as my land number 17 if I don't need that much imagination to do that. Actually, I'm going to do it like that. And even at 3 mana, I can play if I need the 4th land drop, I might have Electric Revelation in my hand, which makes it easier to find the land drop. So I'll do this. And now this is another spot where having Evolving Wild is really good, because I don't really like 16 land decks normal, because 8 + 8 basic land mana base is really going to make it sometimes so that you will have difficulties hitting both colors. But now with double Evolving Wild, it's basically 9 mana base in that sense. So one other good reason to pick these mana fixing things here. Because running low land count isn't just about hitting your land drops, it's also about hitting your colors. But anyway, enough talk. I will play this 16 land deck with this setup here. I quite like it. Let's see how it goes in practice. How many white cards? There's only 7, but a lot of the white cards are really important for the deck. I guess the Gavony Trapper Well, no, I like the gold, all the gold cards, and the farmhand is quite nice. And because I was thinking about it, should I just play, eight mountains and 6 plains? That would still be, with the evolving wilds, 8 sources for white. And the farmhand always fixes, the double casting coven ability. It gets the planes. First you need one white mana to cast it, and then you get the second one for the coven ability with the ETB effect. Because I have so many more red cards. I think I'll do that. Let's use maybe some Midnight Hunt lands. So 6 plains, 8 mountain. With the double evolving wilds, it is still easy enough to get the white sources going on. And that's the deck. Let's hope I get some wins at least, unlike in my previous Premier draft. Okay. And I can pause for the match to find. Okay, well, it got found already. No need to pause. Two lands, play with fire, abandon the past doesn't do a whole lot, but I'm also on the play, so I don't have any of my 2-drops. I have both colors though. Ardent Elementalist can pick. I guess I'm gonna have a risk here, because a lot of my cards cost 2 still, so I can have a 2-drop or a land. Both will be great draws. Of course, ideally a land. Opponent mulliganed to 6, I think. I'll just get the mountain right away. And with play with fire, I can find some time. Okay, that's good now. That's the land, so I can play the Spell Rune Painter on turn 3. And then things should be going fairly nicely from there. Okay, yeah, okay, I'm just killing it right away. I'm not gonna gamble on this thing surviving somehow. Oh, and alright. If I knew I'm gonna draw a Flame Channeler, I might have just saved the spell here. Well, of course I couldn't know that. It's still something I can get back with the Elementalist, and that's a way to flip this anyway. And if I don't draw a land next turn, I'll just play the Channeler, so I can still have a play available. That's pretty good. Okay, an 0-4. Well, let's, I can attack, but they're gonna block. I'm not gonna even bother this time. There's really, like, no chance they're not gonna block with it. That's fine. Okay, well. I could make it night, and this will be... The problem is if I make it night, the opponent can still double spell. Opponent can still double spell. Maybe I'll just offer the trade here now. They will get a 2/2 flyer for 5. And I have to abandon the posts here too. Okay, maybe I'll try to raise. I will play this now because I want to steal. Not make it night because they, like I said, if they double spell, it's gonna be back to day, and that's not so great for me. But with the abandon the post here, I can actually just raise them fairly easily. Okay, so this they will draw whenever day-night cycle changes. So is this time to kill the Firmament Sage? And I think the answer is absolutely yes. So it will flip this thing and all that. So that happens. They will take 6 now. Blocking one of these guys. and with the abandoned deposits, it should be fairly easy to raise them as long as they don't have removal. Okay, they actually didn't have a spell, so now I have a big creatures here. Wow. I think I'm gonna just abandon the post here. Now the elementalist would be quite okay actually with them. Now I don't want to double spell though, because I want it to be night still. Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's do this. These guys won't block. And I'm dealing a huge amount of damage if they have nothing. They don't have nothing. Okay, well I want the game just because now it is night. Unless they double spell, I can return the slash, and this will be a 1 mana spell, which will, you know, okay, I can't actually return it anymore. Well, I can return play with fire, so it's not like I'm not winning anyway. But okay, they actually removed the abandoned the post. Well, that makes a lot of sense, you know. But it doesn't matter. I will just. I mean, they had to remove that actually. To be fair, I didn't even realize. I'll use the cheaper. This is enough to finish them. Okay. For a brief moment I forgot that Abandon the Post in fact has flashback, and of course if it didn't, it wouldn't be really that of a useful card at all. Again, I had some difficulties finding an opponent, but you didn't have to witness that, because with the new software I'm using for the screen capture, I can just pause it on the fly. Alright, so not really a kind of hand I'm gonna use here. I mean, this is really just not doing a whole lot, so let's mulligan. I'm on the draw here. Now this is a lot better. Keep 6, and I really want to have all of this stuff. Well, of course I'm gonna have the Channeler and the Neonate Rush. I think it's sad, but I have to lose the Crasher here, just because if I don't draw my third land, it's so bad. And I don't want to risk it. This is a good curve out even without that. And of course, the first draw was a land, but whatever. Just don't draw another land. Then I'm sad about losing the Festival Crusher. Now that is nice one. Alright, so how do I do this? I might use the Rush, who knows? I might also not use it. But this becoming a 3-3. Well, let's see. Probably I'm gonna play the Crasher, unless I can actually kill something with this. Or maybe they're killing the Channeler here, offering a trade, which I'm not taking right now. This gets Death Touch for 3 mana. Okay, they have this thing. A land is put into your graveyard from anywhere. It gets a counter. Okay, they can return it if it has enough counters. And alright, so let's see how they can synergize with this thing. I think I'll just gonna offer the trade here. It's definitely worth it. I mean, they most likely won't be blocking, but now that they're tapped out, yeah, well, they are not going to block here. Or are they? I could have a pump spell. I'm actually slightly surprised. So this thing, whenever a spell you control deals damage to anything. Okay, so Neonate Rush, I could deal 1 damage to this, but this will become a 3-3, so I'm just gonna, I don't know. Doesn't matter, I can't kill this guy either, so whatever. Let's deal damage to this thing anyway, and make trade happen here. So I don't have to worry about the 3-3 unless they can get it back somehow, but I think they need black for that. Well, there's a... Okay, they actually do. Wow, interesting that they chose to block when they actually were able to synergize with it. It would be a 4-4 right now. Interesting that they blocked there. That's good for me. Okay, this thing could be useful at some point. Gale Drifter. Okay, well, it is fairly easy now. I can have the Ambitious Farmhand and a Festival Crasher here. They have a 1 mana effect. Oh, it's gonna be there. Opt variant, right? That's a lot of white sources here. Well, no blocks. I have some lifelink business, so I'm not worried about taking damage here. I am worried about them having a 5-5 though. Put 2 counters, so I can make it into a 5-5. Well, I have to take some. I mean, they will trade, but that's something if they choose to block, which they might not do, of course. But so okay, don't tap them like this. Like this. Oh, it gets indestructible. Alright, yeah, I forgot it does a lot. Yeah, you know, that's actually a huge amount of stuff. So let's gain 5 here. It has vigilance, but I can't still block the guy because, of course, on their turn it's gonna be only a 3-5. Play the other crasher here. But it is a 3-5 that can block the farmer. Of course, this will threaten to get the death touch, so not going to block the pestilent wolf there. I'll take the 5 here now. Let's see if they play the Gale Drifter or want to leave mana up for the... Okay, they have more... Funnily, they did choose to play it in a way that doesn't allow them to have the Coven trigger. So what I can do here now... They don't have 1 toughness creature, so returning the rush doesn't do a whole lot. But this thing is a 3 mana card, right? So if I return that, I can't cast it yet. So how do I do this? But if I do now cast it, I won't be able to return it at all. But I would be able to deal a lot of damage just now. 10 damage actually and 5 life linking. They can jump block, but I don't care about them jump blocking. I think I just have to hope to draw something good here. I'm gonna use this on the other crasher. So I get to attack for 10. And they can trade with the other crap, but if they trade with Trupei, I don't care about that. That is fine. They can jump block, or they can take 10. No matter what happens, I still go to 17 myself. They choose the jump block route. They can double block that, okay. They can double block with the Pestilent Wolf and the Farmer, but they would both die. Now, I'm still not in a good shape, because this pod position they have is a lot better than mine. I still haven't had the ability to transform this guy, but I will be able to transform it on the next turn because I'm playing a 2 power creature and I will have exactly the mana for it. They chose to not attack. Okay, well this is actually even better. I can play the Outrider and transform. They have a 2 mana thing there. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna make this into a lifelinker now. No attacks, of course, but I still can return the Neonate's Rush. Okay, they have a Secret of the Key. Oh, that allows them to refuel. I need to find the... I would actually win with the card that says up to 2 creatures can't block. Okay, well, there's an Organ Hoarder, so they outvalue me in this game. I need to draw specifically the Abandon the Post. That will allow me to win. Is it an immediate win? Because I can do it twice. Well, yeah, I would win if I draw Abandon the Post. Instead, I drew exactly nothing. So the only card I can attack with is the Festival Crasher. Let's do that then. Because the Candlelit Cavalry is a problem here. Just land here. Well, I can... Well, I get a counter here. Let's give it to the life linker. Maybe I can find a removal on the Pestilent Wolf. Oh, they have the Covetous Castaway. Yeah, and Hound Tamer. Okay, their cards are much better than mine. So abandon the post. That's still going to win me the game on spot. Sacred Fire though. I have no longer triggers, but I can get rid of stuff. I can double spell with it too. Sadly, I don't have any. Yeah. So they have mana up. They can use this thing. I'll just attack with all because I will lose otherwise. The Hound Tamer, if nothing else, will win them the game. So I can try to do something like this in here. And maybe I will allow this trade to happen. Maybe I'm assuming they're gonna use the Death Touch on the Pestilent Wolf, and it's the moment when I'm going to. It's the moment when I'm gonna respawn because now they don't have 4 mana for the Hound Tamer here. So I'm gonna respawn with this thing here. Sadly, I won't be gaining life here with the lifelinker. That is a problem. And then I will also, kill this guy. But I'm gonna gain life from the Sacred Fire at least. And I will get a counter on the. That's a 3-4. That's a 3. 2-4, 3-5, 4-4. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to the lifelinker. Get more life that way. If they have any interaction to kill this thing, then it's game over. Anyway, I need to be drawing a little bit better. But they can double block the Cathar, but currently they would lose both of these. Now they get something to their graveyard. Yeah, they really have the long game in a decent shape. They still have the Secrets of the Key that allows them to draw 2 additional cards if the game goes long enough. Oh, it was this. Yeah, I kind of forgot. It was. So this thing. It was the one that shuffles. Yeah, shuffles 3 target cards back to library. I thought this was the, but it's a. Yeah, this is the backside. Yeah, I thought it was the 6 mana effect. The 6 mana 4/4 that gets you a card to the graveyard from. You can search your library to put a card to your graveyard. It wasn't that anyway. All right, so. Should I play the Elementalist pre-combat? I can only get the Neonature Rush here back. So, do I benefit from casting it mid-combat? There are no triggers. If I attack with the Seasoned Cathar, it's gonna be blocked by creatures that will be... whatever. I think I'll just have to attack with both of these guys now. Okay, I'm glad they chose to block with the Organ Hoarder because now I can at least kill both of these guys. Unless they have something, but they of course they still win the long game with the Secrets of the Key here. This gets the counter and I'll kill one of these guys, and I think the 3-2 is maybe the one I wanna kill. Okay, let's kill it. I have a 3-5 now, it goes through the stuff they have here. Spellrune Painter. Okay, now all I need is abandon the post, I think. Because that will win me the game. To me. But yep, they have so much card draw power here. It would be funny to win after all this. Mysterious Tome, so even more card draw. And a tap ability, which will be fantastic. Okay, how about that? Currently they have only 4 power here. So I can actually attack for 3 here. Because I'm gonna leave the Homestead Courage for the Spellrune Painter. I'm not using a Homestead Courage quite yet. So hoping they don't have anything, I can attack for 3 here. Maybe I should have played this pre-combat just in case, because I might want to keep the extra counter to it if it dies. Okay, it's gonna get bounced to top or bottom of the library. And I don't think it's that useful. I'm gonna decline. I wanna draw my triggers for the Spellrune Painter. That's what I wanna do. The 2/2 zombie will be irrelevant here now. I need to keep the one mountain in my hand. Actually, I should have kept maybe 2 lands in my hand, because I have the discard a card, draw 2 cards, flashback spell. Alright, so I need... Oh, they have... Oh no, they returned the Hound Tamer, so that they redrew it. Alright, so them drawing that stuff is really bad. Okay, Moonrage is slash. Sadly, I don't have an elementalist anymore. I have one more slash in the deck though. And I guess I have the shock variant. Anyway, I can kill the Hound Tamer with that thing. This doesn't have trample. Okay, so it's jump blockable, but I guess the eccentric farmer jump blocking that is not so big of a deal. So I'm gonna give this guy a counter, it will get a trigger happen too. They will tap it with the Chilling Chronicle though. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, that was going to happen anyway. They will have to use some mana for it so that... Oh, they actually did not tap it. Well, fine. Attack with it. See what happens. They jump block it. Interesting. Are they gonna use the... Well, they're gonna draw a card. Something they're gonna do here. I'm gonna use the slash on the Hound Tamer. Because that's what I have to do. I can't sadly point to their face with it because this Hound Tamer will win the game with all the mana they have available. Okay, so the next thing they're gonna do with the tome is draw a card, so they can't tap anything on my next turn. So let's find and abandon the post. Okay, they self-mill a bit here, but oh, I had the rise of... Oh man, they have a Rise of the Ants. They don't have mana to cast it, but that's gonna give them also 2 life, so I think I need to abandon the post right away. Because next turn they're gonna have 9 life, they have the tap ability available. Yeah, the land was definitely decreasing my chance to win here. Problem is, I don't think I can win on the next turn, even without them. Even if I draw, I mean, I won't be winning next turn, and maybe not even ever anymore with the lands I have. I wanted to thin the deck, that's why I played it. I might still want to have 2 lands in my hand if I draw my flashback spell that says discard a card to draw 2 cards, but I wanted to thin the deck, so that's why I did that. Alright, so I mean, I can make this into a 5-4. If it becomes knight, this will become a 3-5, but this will be a 3-4, well 4-5 now with the... Yeah, there's no point doing this now, whatever. I think I'm not going to win here. Maybe I should have... I don't know, they even can... Yeah, well, they have the flyer here. Willow guys, their deck is really decent here. They have 9 cards left, but I don't think they are gonna deck out before they win me, because this is an overwhelming advantage. Now, did they double spell? Yes, they did. Ardrick's Outrider, yeah, I got it now because it was on the bottom of my deck, but I just shuffled with that thing. So now they have the tap ability available. Let's see if they're gonna go for it. Well, there's no attacks anymore. Abandon the post won't win the game anymore, because even though I can push some damage through, they have too many blockers. I can only make 4 of their guys unable to block. So there's like a very small chance they will deck out, but 8 turns is just... I mean, I guess if I kill the Whale Drifter... Okay, they are drawing more cards, which, you know, makes it faster for them to lose to decking, but also, you know, they can overwhelm me even more. Okay, another Mysterious Tome. Oh, wow. Okay, Locked in the Cemetery means it's going to be... Well, they can't draw that many times with these things. Sadly, I just drew these lands, but now I will keep them in my hand because... Yeah, I won't get... I mean, this Bird Admiral becomes a 3-5 now, but they are drawing cards, so they do... Well, they can just attack with all very soon, right? And they do have, you know, a lot of cards, and they have 14 lands, so I guess they have like 17 or 16 lands in their deck, so they probably have only 2 or 3 lands among these last 7 cards I don't know about. Elementalist can get me a Moonrage's Slashback. It can also get me the Neonate's Rush if I care about... Oh, did I have... Wait a minute. I had 3 elementalists. I thought I had only 2. Anyway. I'll just play it. I'll take the slash. Who knows, maybe I can win. Because I might just kill them. A Well Drifter and force them to try to push through damage in some other way. Let's try to attack, because they can of course tap my guys and then, you know, attack for lethal. Can they do it already? Maybe I want it to become a 8, 10. Yeah, they can do it already. So if I make it a 9, okay, no attacks obviously. Oh no, I can have still 1 blocker. But I have to kill this guy, I think. Just to make it double spell, I can make it a day. So the Wing Shredder is just a 1 power creature. And now if they now tap 2 guys from me, they don't have a lethal attack. I don't think so. They can draw a couple of cards here now. I block the 3 power guy and take 5. And if this is not a lethal attack, they can't attack with all. Okay, no blocks. I'll take 8 here. This can jump block later too. They draw a card. Are they gonna risk and draw another one? Because that... Well, they can of course win me fairly easily with the tapping abilities. They are actually going to almost deck here. And... Well, that said, abandon the post would do nothing anymore. That wasn't a live draw. I don't know if my deck had any live draws, but this was really a lot of lands drawn. How many I have in my deck? 1, both evolving wilds are there. And I have 16 lands in the deck, so that's 9, 12, at least 14. So this deck has 2 lands and 10 spells left. Okay, anyway, I will lose now because they can tap these guys and attack for lethal. With these lands, I just can't do anything. But their deck was really good. That was really good blue-green. I guess that's how you play the blue-green, have endless value. And they had pretty nice defensive stuff there too. So I think they had a good game plan with that deck. Okay, I'm on the play, and this time I have a fantastic hand here. I don't need more white, so I'll take a red with this thing. And if you're wondering why I'm using this on my turn, giving information, it's just to save some time. This is really going to matter, and this is just a, you know, best of 1 premier draft, not like a... And yeah, I could have played the Cabinet Trapper there, but I want to actually be able to curve out. I don't think the Trapper will be useful in a while, because it's just a 0 power creature and uses 2 mana to tap stuff. I wanted to play the tapped land right away. Anyway, this is not like a tournament where big money prizes are going to be a thing, so I'm gonna have a bit of, you know, faster gameplay at a very small cost of giving additional information to the opponent. Now, focusing here, am I going to just take a trade here, or, you know, try? And I think the answer is yes. They even do block here. They don't want that thing to do its magic. But yeah, now I have a pretty nice stuff here. If they play anything I can kill with this, I will attack for 3, can return their slash, and I still have the other slash. Now this is red-green, so it... Okay, they have... Well, that's awkward. Well, actually it's not that awkward, but I can attack only for 1 here. Oh, they have a Bounding Wolf. Well, yeah, that's fine. Because if they really just missed a play here, I would have still been able to tap, because I had no plays. I'm not going to play this when I don't have anything to bring back. The point is, I was still able to tap their 4-drop on their turn, and at least, if nothing else. But they had the play and I had the slash, so that's all good now. Draw a card. Alright, that's really... Okay, they can double spell to kill that guy. Well, the mono removal hand isn't gonna help if I don't have any creatures. Yep. Oh, come on. Whatever. Let's kill it. I got, you know, a card back from the Elementalist anyway. I will keep maybe the planes in my hand in case I draw the, you know, discard to draw 2 card. But yeah, this was unknowing that they had that there. Alright, that is a trade I'm willing to make here. Happen here, I think. I think the 2-1 isn't just gonna cut the... Okay, they are not gonna willing to make that trade. I will now play 1 land. So, do I want to tap this guy? I guess I do. Maybe they have a big blocker I'm gonna regret. Maybe not. Okay, they have nothing. Homestead Courage. Is that something I should do? I think it is. But only once. I will keep it 1 counter. And then have the tapper up. And now I'm gonna let them attack for 3 here. Or maybe... Yeah, I'm gonna let them, because they are actually not going to attack. Because they... Otherwise, yeah. I will tap down... I don't think it matters, because I think... Well, no. I'm gonna tap this, and then I'm just gonna give this another counter. That's how I'm gonna do it. Yep. Attacking for 4 or making them jump block. I guess I'm happy they are flooding out, because a red-green deck can have really big creatures. I double spell. It's good for me, and I still have mana up to play this. I won't have mana up for this because it becomes day, but I can tap something and I can even tap the other. Yeah, I mean I can tap thing on the end of their turn and then 1 thing on my turn, and I can even use the Moonrage Slash to either kill something or just make them, you know, deal 3 to them. So I had 2 lethal attackers versus, yeah, and I can tap 2 of their blockers, and I can still deal yet another 3 damage. So that was really easy way to win there now that they really flooded out there. Okay, again on the play, and Sunrise Cavalier makes an appearance. Well, I have a sweet curve here, 2-drop, 3-drop, slash, ability to return a slash. Okay, white-black. Unruly Mob. Okay. Another slash. This thing has haste and trample. It's a great card. Oh, this is really sweet. Sweet curve here now. Of course this will grow when I kill that 3-drop. Oh, they have something. Well, they made a knight happen, so wow, I'm getting a free counter here. Thank you, opponent, for that. So, well, no point doing anything else than attacking and having the slashes, which are now currently 1 mana spells. Cathar Commando. Okay then. Well, that's that. Slash it. This becomes a 2-2, no big deal. I could kill it, I mean I could, but are they gonna jump block? No, I wanna play the Festival Crasher. If they jump block, that's great, great. Because if I killed it, I would have dealt additional 2, but I guess the 7 is quite enough. And now I can double spell, so it becomes day, and I get another counter for my other Crasher. So this was an insane play, insane curve out, thanks to them making, you know, having no play on their turn and making it knight. I got basically 3 counters, 2 free counters because of that stuff. Okay, they get the full value from this thing. Creatures, life. Oh, but they didn't get a card. Alright, 2 creatures and 4 life. It's still decent. But I have the other slash to deal with the Unruly Mob, because that will become a problem. Okay, they can do that. But it's still fine because, yeah, I'm gonna slash the Unruly Mob. Oh, that's also sweet. Should I actually attack first? Because I can... If they double block one of these guys, I can use the Sacred... No, it doesn't work that way, because this, if I use the Sacred Fire on this thing, this will become a 4-4 and I will still lose the Crasher. So this is just the way to go here. They now either they take 8 or they take 4 and jump block. both options are very good for me. I actually kept a 3-lander and I never drew a land, and I have been able to play all the stuff regardless, so it's pretty decent here. Now they have the Rite of Oblivion up, but they need to sack a creature for that. So if they want to kill one of the crashes, okay, well now they have more jump ability there. So, oh, this would be so nice with the Sacred Fire, but I have to use the Sacred Fire here now. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it like this. Because this is, I mean, I might even have a lethal attack if they take either of these guys through, they will lose. They will go for the jump plan, and this is of course going to be great for me too. And because if they took one of these, I could burn them, and this would be, you know, the one that doesn't get blocked deals 4, so that's 6 damage total. Anyway, now I'll just do, of course, this and clear the board. Both of my guys survive, and they don't have anything to sacrifice for the Rite of Oblivion. And I can steal whenever, if I ever draw my 4th land, I can return the Moonrage's Slash, which is gonna make them go down to 2. Candlecrow Witch. The counters on these things, they really matter now. Are they gonna actually exile the... Well, I mean, they have to only jump block with these things, so I understand if they are going to use the Rite of Oblivion. That's of course a fantastic trade for me. Now, I can deal 4 here by playing the Electric Revelation here, but I'm not doing that. I'm playing a 3-drop, so that's 6 draws. None of them was a land, and it doesn't matter because I had all I needed here. That was all enough. 3 lands. So this is the one that makes me discard a card if I took damage. Okay, so 7th draw. So this is a win now, right? Because both of these get power pump effects when I play an instant or sorcery. So let's do this. Discard a card. It's gonna be the Outrider here. And this is game over unless they have something for 1 white. Hey, a land. Ranking up here. Okay, so I'm actually having a premier draft where I win some matches. This is good. This is good. 3-1. On the draw, with both colors, 2 lands, Festival Crasher, Sacred Fire, Play with Fire. That's enough spells I can play with these cards, so these lands. And there is the... And same story as always. I'll just get the plains now. And I know I could have played the mountain and leave the Play with Fire up, but I'd rather just have the white mana available if I want to, for some reason, use the Sacred Fire, although Play with Fire is quite the same. But anyway, I would rather play the Crashers before I start using my instant and sorceries. So that's a thing too. I even drew another Crasher. Okay, this thing dies immediately. It's like I'm just figuring out if I can do some nasty. If I attack and they block with just the Opportunist, well, then they're gonna do that. But I can attack with it anyway and see what they do. Maybe they make a mistake of some kind. Unsurprisingly, they didn't make a mistake. So let's do this to, you know, deal additional damage. 1 or more other creatures. Yeah, it's other. So if I kill this, they don't get to draw a card. I mean, it's a good enough card that at least it doesn't draw a card when it dies itself. Okay, blue-black. So this is the kind of the top archetype of the format. Let's see how my deck can deal with them. That is eaten alive. Okay, that is fine, I suppose. They get to have a 1/2 flyer, but they chose not to play it, so they have, I think, a counter spell. Well, kind of annoying. I'm not going to. They probably have the one that gives them a decayed zombie. They would play this if they didn't have. Sadly, these are I have only burn spells left here, so I kind of don't want to. Now they could have also some blue I mean, draw a spell. They have only 1 blue mana, so maybe they want to do something else than play this. Fine, because there's a chance they have like the opt variant or something like that. I'm not gonna miss out on making a play, but I'm assuming this gets countered and they get a Decayed Zombie now. Yep. I don't have 4 mana to pay for that. But they could have had a... What's the... I don't remember the card's name, but the opt variant that, you know, puts a card in the graveyard instead of bottom of library. But now that was my one way to keep the pressure up. But I guess I can draw some creatures. Now am I playing the... Yeah, I'm gonna play, because if I want to have a Burn the Accursed up, I need... And of course I want to play the Sacred Fire, so I want to play my 6th land too. But I just have the one card in the deck that makes you want to have some useless card ready for discard in your hand. I'm also playing against black. They could have the discard 2 cards thing. Okay, there's a Harvest-Tide Infiltrator. Yeah, I don't think I need to play the land right now. I'll play this. Let's see if they have another Flip the Switch. If this was my, you know... If it was a... So that I could pay the 4 mana, then I would have played the land, but I still would have needed another one. Startle. Let's get startled. So they get the cycle, and then... And they have 2 Decayed Zombies now. Well, that's only 5 damage they can deal if they want to attack with the zombies, and they're waiting for some better use for them. I could use the Play with Fire on this thing, but I don't want to. Okay, Burn the Accursed. I'm going to, of course, use that thing. So this is the one, they get something on their graveyard. So gladly, it was only a Baytooth Angler and nothing too nasty. Flame Channeler. Well, I can flip it with a Play with Fire, so I'm gonna just, you know, play this Burn the Accursed right away. And I'm gonna attack for 3 in here. So they can play another of these Drifters now. I'm still at 20 here. So I don't really care about these Decayed Zombies now, unless they get some other use than just dealing 2 damage with them. Eaten Alive is one very good use for it. But I still have the Flame Channeler that I can have also. I can flip it. So maybe I kill one of these Anglers, but not yet, because they have no cards left in their hand. They will play this... well, it's the Drifter now. And do I care about them having 2 1/2s when I'm at 19? I don't think I do care about that. So I'm going to wait for a bit now. Let's see what they play here now. A land, and they even played it for some reason, giving me all the information. Okay, well, with that information available, I will in fact do this. Just to make this into a 3/3, and now the Sacred Fire gives me this thing, you know, the counter, so I can use that to my benefit. I think I should maybe play one of the mountains in here. If I draw the one that allows me to draw 2 extra cards, that's gonna be a good stuff anyway. Is this opponent also flooding out? Not sure if I want to use the rush. Now I do understand that this Embodiment of Flame gets, you know, stuff, but there's also a chance. I'm actually doing this now because I might need 9 mana to kill a 3 toughness creature. If I draw a land, that will be a possibility. If they have find removal on the Embodiment of Flame, and they did, so I could use the Neonate's Rush now to... Yeah, it's kind of bad because only an instant speed effect would be useful. Exile the top card, you may play that card. If it's a land, yeah, of course, I guess I should do this anyway. Unless I want to see if this 1 damage is going to be relevant. But maybe I will just do it. So whatever. The Crasher. Okay, so if I draw something like a Moonrage's Slash, it's gonna be great. So yeah, let's do it. It might be a land, it might be a creature, because I have to play it this turn. It's an ardent elemental, so this is now, I mean, this would have been a fantastic card to not exile and instead draw, but oh well, it is what it is. Let's play the Crusher and then the Outrix Outrider. I think I want to play them in that order. It seems like they have another counter spell in there. Dissipate. That gets exiled, okay. Well, they are again having an empty hand. Let's see if they can draw something. We both have 8 lands, by the way, so neither is flooding any worse than the other. And I'm of course hugely ahead in here, thanks to the life total as a board position and the thing I have in my graveyard. So one more damage and the Sacred Fire will be lethal. Okay, I will discard a Plains here, no big deal. And this is now... They have to jump block with the Drifter because I will win otherwise. And then I will have a... Well, unless they draw like a mass removal spell, which there is a mythic rare. What's the enchantment that gives -X, it's a possibility, but I still could, you know, try a win after that. Okay, they get that thing, but it's not enough because they have one blocker to my 2 guys and the Sacred Fire here is... Okay, I need to... I mean, I can respond to this, of course, because this is going to exile the Sacred Fire, but of course I will have a respond in here. So, yep. Now I have a lethal attack. I'm glad I didn't like automatically click past there and wait for end of turn to use this thing, and I'm glad I had the mana available for that. Now it is easy. Those Decade Zombies won't be able to block, so this is exactsies. Well, it's not exactsies because they chose to block the other one, but it doesn't matter, of course. On the draw, but a very nice hand with the Flame Channeler here, which is going to be able to transform pretty easily here, assuming the opponent has something that has 2 or 3 toughness. Of course, they might have removal on the Channeler, and it's the same thing as it was a while back ago. I have only 1 creature here now available, but at least no removal yet. Eccentric Farmer, though. They get a land here. Another red-green deck. Alright, so let's see how I can deal with that. I could play the Angel of Ignition here. Or I can just, you know, kill this guy and be done with it. It's gonna be able to block the 2/2 anyway, so I wanna make this into a 3/3. Okay, well, I mean, my hands are pretty tight here. I actually have to now. I have to use this, make it a 5/5, and if they are going to have removal on it, then it's just something I can't. I mean, so be it. But there's no, given my hand here, I could use the Electric Revelation, but I just prefer to, you know, keep up the pressure here and try to win before they overwhelm me, because red and green, of course, can have a lot of huge creatures. Now they can have them. Well, a couple of different removal spells will work here. 5 mana, deal 5 is a thing, and they can have like the green uncommon that gives +1/+1 to a creature of theirs, and then it deals damage equal to its power to a target creature, and of course this would work with the 4-power creature. But given that they haven't cast anything yet, I think they don't have a removal spell for the Embodiment of Flame. They have a very big creature there, though. Festival Crusher. So I can offer the trade here. This gives indestructible and all that. This also gives haste, by the way. That is something I should have paid attention to. Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste. Yeah, so that will be good with the Festival Crusher on turn 6 if I want to do that. Now, am I going to offer a trade? Because I think I might. They are having still 12 life in here. Because I can't play the Angel Fire Ignition flashback, and that's the only thing I can do this turn. And then they will take 7, or, you know, potentially block it with the 4/4. But it has trample, so I don't think they would do that. Then I would have a 7/7 here. I think I'd rather do this. I think I will rather do this, especially because I can draw the play the Festival Crasher still. And sorry, I wanted to offer the trade there. Well, I can still do it, but I mean, I would have preferred them to not have the information available, but oh well. I mean, I should have just attacked first, but I guess the Electric Revelation could have affected my... Okay, well, to be fair, it could have affected what I want to do, to see what cards I draw, but I didn't really pay too much attention to it. Anyway, Sunrise Cavalier will be pretty decent. Timberland Guide, okay, they have a... And they will get soon another 4/4, and they are at 12. I really need to abandon the post. That will be so good. They are racing me, which is understandable. They have a fairly big board here. Another Festival Crasher, but now I don't have the 6th land because I discarded it and didn't draw more. Because I could haste it up. Doesn't matter though, I don't think I want to use the... So what do I want to do? To be honest, it's not really that great of a... No, I think it's just, you know, they have the 3/4, which is annoying, but I just have to do this stuff, and if I get something like an Abandon the Post, it will be fantastic. Will be fantastic. But now they're gonna get another 4/4. I'm assuming they're gonna attack with one of the 4/4s now, perhaps. I have the Angel Fire Ignition here, though. It is something they have to keep in mind. Okay, so now what I can do... I have only one white mana, so I can't play Sacred Fire and Angel Fire Ignition both. It would be very sweet if I could. And now this thing costs 3 mana, so it would require 7 mana to play this and this. I also kind of want to use the Revelation here, maybe to... But no, they have so many 4 toughness creatures. I kind of don't like facing red-green with this deck unless I draw my Abandon the Post, because they can have these very good blockers. The Festival Crashers only do so much here. So... I can attack for like 5. I can... I'm actually doing it like this. Am I? Get more cards. It's a 4 mana. No, it's actually not so. I mean, it's better to have... No, I'm doing it like this, I think. And just not attack at all here. There's no rush, it's just that they have 4 cards. They can just increase their board presence turn after turn. That's the problem. If they had like 0 cards, I would be much happier with the stall situation. But maybe now that they attack like this, I can use Abandon the Post here to some benefit. I'm not making blocks. I could offer a trade here with the good block with the Infiltrator and a Crasher. They can kill, but they are obviously having something. Now I do have the Sacred Fire too. So if they have like a pump spell, they could have +2/+2. They could have a kill spell on one of these, but then even if they kill one of these, the Sacred Fire will be lethal. I can burn the creature, and then the Crasher will be a 3-power creature, and this will be a 3-power creature. It will still die. So maybe I will want to use up their tricks, or just make a trade here. Let's see what happens. If it trades with one of these, I am completely fine with that. This anyway does prevent 4 damage from being dealt to me. That's also relevant. Going to 13 will make them able to raise me a lot easier. But let's see how many tricks they have. They have a duel for dominance there, which is And they have a actually they do have a coven in there. So can I do anything nasty here, like I burn this guy instead? No, it's just, oh no, this is just what I'm gonna do here. Hopefully they don't have any. I guess I could have put in both the festival crashers there if I mean, I probably should have done that, right? Well, anyway, the duel for dominance was gonna be problematic either way. Let's get the abandon the post, shall we? Oh, they have the. Oh, this is really. They just have big creatures after big creatures after big creatures, and they are at 12. I can't really raise them. I can use these ones, of course, to deal, you know, like 5 damage here. I could do that. These things are unable to attack. But they are gonna be able to attack. They get first strike, they don't have mana for that now. I can only play one spell. I kind of want to get the card draw here. I think that is what I have to do. Kind of wasting the crasher trigger, but it is what it is. Okay, so well, there's no attack. I mean, having to start take a lot of damage now. The opponent has still 3 cards in their hand. That is really nasty. They haven't run out of gas, and they have so big creatures in here. I'm taking here what 11 damage. I'm gonna get some life back with the Angel Fire Ignition, and Elementalist can also do something. I just don't think if I trade here any of my creatures, I'm not gonna win here. I have to take the 11 here, or you know, even more, because they have the pump effect here. They can use this multiple times. Another Shadow Beast sighting. Look at this. They have only huge creatures here. And sadly I'm at 6 lands, so I can't play the Elementalist to get the ignition to you know, use it right away, because it is a 3 mana spell. So I can't do that. I can get a Sacred Fire and play it again. I can't get the Moonrage's Slash. Yeah, the problem is I have only 1 spell available. Yeah, with the 6 mana, given all my options, I can only play 1 spell, unless I get a 2 mana spell, basically Sacred Fire back. But they have a 4/4 blocker. I'm losing to all these big creatures. They have that's like they have already played 4 4/4s, and then this has grown into a 4/5. I'm also losing time here. I mean, I just concede because I don't have way to push through 12 damage here. I'm just losing to their attacks. It's just too much to handle here. Now what I could have done is I could have played this Angel Fire Ignition, target either of these and get 5 life back. Take what, 5 damage. They go to 7, and then I'm still going to be at 13, facing all these, and this can even become, you know, this has first strike, and it can use the ability multiple times, so it would be able to, you know, get into, it could be like a 6 power first striker. I couldn't even block it, so there was no winning there. They also had the Lamphold Harrier, by the way, which I think I would have needed to, in order to not lose, I would have needed to kill that with the get back the Sacred Fire and kill that Lamphold Harrier, and then I lose to all the big 4/4s they have there. I really don't want to see the red-green matchup. I think it is the worst matchup for this deck. Okay, well, this hand is good. Again, thanks to Evolving Wilds, I do have both colors here. Okay, now I don't even have a 1 mana play. I need only 1 planes, I guess. Let's get a mountain. Now I might, you know, want to double spell, of course, white spells, but I have more red cards, way more red cards. Okay, that thing will in fact actually die to the Neonate's Rush. Protection from werewolves. They can add 1 mana of any. Okay, that's a really good one, but I hope I can find a removal or something. But yeah, this thing will die because they start tapping for mana. This actually, it always has first strike, alright. So not much to think about here. I'm just gonna get rid of this guy while I can. And sadly they have a turn 3. On the blade they have a turn 3 3/3 first striker. Not great. I can't even offer the trade because yeah, it has always first strike. Can't even give double strike. I don't have my... Okay, I don't want to see these 4/4s. This is really nasty because these are the kind of... At least I have the abandoned post, but... Well, I'm gonna play the Angel Fire Ignition because the only way to push through here, because they're gonna raise me so fast with this stuff. I'm also, you know, I'm also here missing my land drops. But I think I have to attack for 5 now. This will be a 5/5 blocker, so they can't actually attack into it. If they have any removal on it, I'm just losing the game. Other options for you are Spellrune Painter, Festival Crasher, and the Cavern Trapper, and I take 7. That is, I can't take even more because they can easily have Coven up. So I need to just make the 5/5 happen to raise here, because with the Abandon the Post, I can, if I just can whittle down their life total, I can win with the Abandon the Post now. I do need more stuff for that though. But I bought some time with the life. I just hope they don't have a kill spell. If they have... Again, they have this thing. Really, I hate seeing... I hate seeing the green decks for this. I mean, green is supposed to be like the weakest color in the format. This has double strike. I'm not offering the trade here. Weakest color in the format, and this happens. I'm getting beat by green decks here. I guess I'll just have to make a 7/7 attack for 7. That allows me to win with the Abandon the Post if they have nothing. That is the truth. This will be a 12 power double striker. That's, sorry, 6 power double striker. So I'm taking here 12, which I can do if I get 7 life now. Because I can play a Festival Crasher. But no, I want to play the... I guess this is what I have to do. I mean, this is. Unless they're gonna jump now, and it has trample, so I don't think they're gonna jump. And next turn, if they have only 2 blockers, I will win with the Abandon the Post, because this is exactly lethal. Let's see how it goes. Don't kill it. Oh, come on. Okay. That's it. And yeah, if you are wondering why I conceded there, they are going to deal on this turn 12, 16, 19 damage. I'll be at 2. And I will lose on the next turn. The Abandon the Post doesn't win now because I have no board. I go to 2 here now. If they didn't have a Candle Trap or some other kind of removal spell, I think I would have won with this guy. This thing. But, I mean, it's not a surprise that they have removal. They could have also had some... Well, some fight-based removal or their uncommon that it would have worked there too. But it's still kind of sad, because I actually was able to, despite their great start, I was able to get a board, you know, get some kind of a game plan here to actually win the game. And the Abandon the Post would have been the critical part in all that. Well, too bad. I got to 3 wins, and I had 1 loss before that, but then of course I had 2 losses back to back, so sorry, I got to 4 wins. I forgot about some match there. Okay, well, in that case, 4 wins is definitely great. I got, what, 3 packs, and this only cost me 100 gems, so... Oh, I thought I was at 3 wins. Anyway, a positive result for a Premier Draft. That is a... that is a fresh change. Let's see the deck for one more time. So I think I wasn't gonna assume that the Festival Crasher would be interesting in white and red decks. Of course, the white contribution to the deck is pretty small, but white can still have, you know, stuff that work nicely with it. So I think this works in both blue-red and white-red potentially. So that was at least an interesting thing to try here. And well, other than that, I think the deck was quite good and had a chance to get to high win counts. But 4 wins is sort of high win count because it is the kind of a actual break-even point in a sense. Well, anyway, that was the draft now, and next one will be a traditional draft. I maybe will have some constructed content too. I just have to figure out if I find some interesting deck to play, because I don't want to craft mythic race from from Midnight Hunt, because I'm having this kind of set completion series by drafting. So I won't be using any mythic rares unless I own them, and I don't have them that many from Midnight Hunt. I'll quickly check it out here. So these are my Midnight Hunt mythic rares, so they are not that many. So, well, I have one Brenna 7, I suppose, couple of these guys, but maybe mostly I'm gonna use only some other cards than Midnight Hunt mythic rares if I'm playing some constructed, but I don't know yet when that's gonna be uploaded. Next draft video will be a traditional draft, so thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.